I live in Long Beach, and I was arrested in October of 2014 for lewd conduct and indecent exposure. I was in a public restroom by myself. The undercover decoy came in, dressed in civilian clothes, pretty handsome. He made some signals, what we in the gay community call cruising. He, gave me good eye contact. He smiled at me. He kept looking at me and then looking down. So, I kind of took all of his body languages as an invitation. I went over to the back of the stall. He kind of looked down at my crotch, shook his head a little bit, like, show me what you've got. So I just kind of touched myself through my shorts. And then he shook his head again or looked down at my crotch again, and I pulled down the front of my shorts, and I exposed myself. I then grabbed myself. He turned around pretty quickly to exit the stall. As I exited the bathroom, he grabbed me and threw me up against the wall and said, "Long Beach Police Department, you're under arrest."
In April 2016, a Los Angeles County Superior Court judge ruled that Moroney's arrest was invalid. Moroney's attorney Bruce Nickerson, a San Carlos-based civil rights lawyer, has taken California police departments to court for decades over sting operations that he says unconstitutionally target gay men. He says straight men or women are never targeted in decoy operations for non-monetary sex in public. He bases this off of 4 decades worth of arrest reports he has gotten from various police departments throughout California.
Once states started decriminalizing what gays do in their bedrooms, and they're not criminal just because they're gay, the authorities, in particular the cops, sought to find a way to keep them criminal. And the way they did it was to do sting operations targeting gay people for conduct which, when engaged in by straights, was ignored. That's cruising in public places, looking for a pickup, not for money, just man meeting man and going somewhere and enjoying each other. If it's man meeting woman and no money is involved, they ignore it. It happens all the time. It's what keeps our society going. But let 2 men do it, and they will arrest them right at their most vulnerable, when they're first exploring their orientation. They won't go to a gay bar initially because that would out them faster than they're prepared to be outed. So they will cruise in quasi-public places. And it's in this most vulnerable period that they're arrested. And then they find themselves with a criminal record. They can't get good jobs. They're hamstrung for the rest of their life. And it effectively keeps them second-class citizens, even though the state has said it's not illegal to be gay anymore.
In October, Moroney's civil case against the Long Beach Police Department settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Around the same time, one of Nickerson's cases involving the San Jose Police Department settled as well. In 2014 and 2015, 5 men were arrested in San Jose during a series of decoy operations. 4 of them were arrested at Columbus Park, an area gay men were known to meet at. Both the Long Beach and San Jose police say they no longer carry out decoy operations. In 2017, San Jose Police Chief Eddie Garcia established an LGBT Community Liaison Officer position, as well as an LGBT Community Advisory Board.
And the purpose of that is for the police chief to be able to help advance the efforts of the police department in the community and as a workplace for LGBT people. And so through that process, there's been a number of initiatives that we have put forward. It's something that's becoming a lot more prevalent with agencies across the country. Prior to that, lawsuit going forward and settling everything, the advisory board had worked on and produced a new policy that is a little bit forward-thinking in regards to undercover enforcement. And the new policy basically says that undercover enforcement for non-prostitution-related sexual activity in public can no longer be conducted without the express approval of the San Jose police chief.
The Long Beach Police Department declined to provide an interview for this story. Moroney says he doesn't think discrimination in police departments has gone away.
Long Beach says they don't do it anymore. I'm sure they do. Quite frankly, I don't think that these sting operations are over as much as they say they are. So, Bruce is amazing. I couldn't have gotten through the case without Bruce. Him and Stephanie, they were my rock. They never gave up.
From the Peninsula Press, this is Connor Richards.